This video explains how to produce a Fieldworker Performance Dashboard like this one. To do this, you need to follow 4 steps. The first step is to download the Excel template for the dashboard from the ColaLife website. The second step is to download the data you need for the dashboard from Comcare. The third step is to copy the downloaded data into the dashboard template. And the fourth step is to adjust the template to fit the data, and that will produce this dashboard. So step 1, we need to go to the ColaLife website, colalife.org, and scroll down to the bottom right hand corner of the home page, where you'll see a link to the ColaLife KZF shared files area. This is where the latest dashboard template can be found. When you click on this link, it tells you need to log in. So click login here. And when requested, enter your ID and password. And click the login button. So this displays the kit's shared file area. And there are various folders in this area. We need this folder here, Create Dashboards. So click on Create Dashboards. There are 2 types of dashboard, the Fieldworker Performance Dashboard and the KITS Program Dashboard. We are interested in the Fieldworker Performance Dashboard. And here is the latest template. Click on the down arrow and select Download File. This file will now be downloaded into the Downloads folder on your hard disk. In this browser, I can access that by pressing this button here. So this is the dashboard template. I'm just going to resize it to fit into this window. I can do that. So there's the template, and you'll notice that the cursor is in this top left-hand cell, ready to receive the data from Comcare. So now we need to go to Comcare. So we click to get a new tab, go to comcarehq.org. And this will either take you to the login screen or to your dashboard. I'm already logged in, so it's taken me straight to the dashboard. If you're not logged in, you'll need to put in your ID and password, and then that will bring you here. We need to go to the data area, and we need to export forms, not cases, forms. So we export forms, and this will display all the different exports that have already been defined. This is the one we want, Dashboard Data, Fieldworker Performance. So we click on the Export button, and we specify the date range that we want. We can specify any date range. We can specify the previous 7 days, we can specify a previous month, or even a previous year. We normally want to produce a dashboard for the current month, so I'm just going to click on one of these buttons just to get a date range up here. This isn't the date range I want, so I'm now going to edit it, because I'm looking at the Fieldworker Performance for June. So I change to the month of June, so from the 1st of June to the 30th of June, which is today. So we're here at the 30th of June, and this is the 30th of June 2017. So I'm asking for the dashboard for the period 1st of June to the 30th of June. So I'll apply that date range. And now I click the Prepare Export button. So now Comcare is pulling that data together into a single file, and when it's complete, we'll get the ability to download it. It's going to take a while, but you can see the progress at gathering the data here. So when the data has been collected, you'll see this green download button. So we click on that, and the data will be downloaded onto our hard disk into the downloads area. And once again, in this browser, I can just click on this button here to bring up that data. So there we have the data we need to produce the Fieldworker Performance Dashboard. We now need to copy this data into the template. So we click on the first row of data. We don't need to copy these field names because they are already in the template. So click in the first piece of data in the top left, and then scroll down to the bottom of the data. Hold down the Shift key and click in the bottom right-hand corner of the data to select all of the data. If you like, you can go back up to the top just to make sure you have selected it all, and we have, and then we copy it, edit, copy. So now we're finished with this spreadsheet, and we can move it to one side, and we need to go back to our template, which is here. And we paste the data into the template. Edit, paste. So now we need to perform the final step, which is to adjust the template to fit the data. To do this, we scroll across to the right-hand side to these yellow columns. We highlight the formula in the top row, and then we move down to the bottom of the data. I'm just going to drag it down using this scroll bar at the side. Oh, it's too far. So that is the last record in the data set. I move across to here, hold down the Shift key, which I'm doing now. I'm holding down the Shift key and click. If you don't get it quite right, it doesn't matter. Hold down the Shift key again and click again. So now we've selected all the yellow rows that correspond to the data, and now we have to fill down the formula from the top row. So we go Edit, Fill, Down. Now we have to wait while the dashboard recalculates itself, which is done. So now if we go to the Dashboard tab here, we will see our dashboard. That's all there is to it. Here's the date range that we entered, the 1st of June to the 30th of June. But that includes data that was actually collected on the tablets from the 26th of May to the 30th of June. And the difference between these two dates is because there was 4 or 5 days between this data being collected on the tablet and it being received by the Comcare server. You'll notice that there are 2 dashboard tabs. This one, the first one, identifies the field workers by name. You never want to distribute this. This is for managers only. The second tab has the same information, but it anonymizes the information, so that instead of seeing the field worker names, you see A, B, C, D, and so on. Now the final step is to create a PDF so that this can be sent out to the field workers. To do that on a Mac, you go File, Print, and then you print to PDF rather than to a printer. It will ask you where you want to save this dashboard. Now I have a place on my hard disk called Comcare. In there I have dashboards, and in there I have another folder called Dashboards Fieldworker. Now I use a particular format for naming these files. I'm just going to click on the previous file so that I get the right format. I'm just going to change the date range. It's from the 1st to the 30th of June. So I'll change that to 30. This is the anonymous tab that I'm printing out here, this second tab, with the letters, not the names. So I'm going to put anon on the end, and I'll click Save. If I wanted to produce the dashboard or print the dashboard with the field workers' names on, I have to click into this tab here. Here are the field worker names, and again go through the process of printing a PDF. Print. Save to PDF. I'm already in the right folder, the Dashboards Fieldworker folder. This is the anonymous dashboard that I just saved, so I want to give it exactly the same name, so I'll just click on it, except I'll remove this anon from the end. So I know that this is the version of the dashboard with the field workers identified. So I click Save. So now if we go to our File Manager, we can just check that those PDFs have been created correctly. So I'll go to my Comcare folder here, and then to the dashboards, and then to the Fieldworker dashboards, and here are the two we've just created. It's now 12:02, this one was created at 12:01, and this is created at 12:02. So these two are the last PDFs we created. If we double click on them, it will open them in our PDF reader. So there we are. That's how you create a Fieldworker Performance Dashboard.